Hello, everybody, and welcome to
Backyard Buzz.
Backyard Buzz.
a really exciting episode again this week. This is take 6 of the Backyard Buzz, and we got a special guest. You want to introduce our guest, Mike?
I do. It's my older brother, Steve.
Hey, everybody.
Steve Kenny, there you are. Steve Kenny. I'm just here to have some pints with us.
I'm going to have some pints, talk about growing up with these guys, some music stuff.
A little bit of music
Whatever.
stuff
What are
tonight.
you drinking?
What are you drinking? I'm drinking my Canada
I'm
Budweiser.
drinking for my friends down east, Moosehead.
Love the Moosehead.
This episode's still not sponsored by Bud Light.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be. Cheers, everybody. Steve, Ryan.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Amen.
y'all.
Mm,
That tastes about as good as it could. Ooh.
so good.
So, you're in a band, Steve.
I am in a band. This is actually my bass player right here, as well as my big little brother.
Big little-
We're called the High River Ramblers. We do sort of alt folk country jam kind of stuff, maybe. I don't know.
That's fun.
It's fun. It's fun stuff.
So I guess we got a little bit of a sample of a song that isn't new.
For my COVID vacation, I went and made an album that hopefully is going to be dropping in February-ish.
I
That's
wish.
what we're planning for. But I don't know. It's a slow process. I've always said the only problem with instant gratification is it takes too fucking long, and it's been a long process.
So what's the name of the song?
We're gonna play a little teaser of what I don't know if they still do this, but what will be the lead single whatever. But it's a song called "My Last Breath," and we'll play a little teaser of it. Check it out.
All right, and you guys are on Facebook?
Well, yeah, we're High River Ramblers are on Facebook. Eventually, we'll have a website and stuff once the album gets closer to dropping. But look us up on Facebook.
All right, let's have a listen.
If the cigarettes don't get me, I'm sure the whiskey will. I made my name on bad decisions, running round in time to kill. And I won't say I'm lonesome, but there's lots of folks who will. I've been running half my life, and I'm running still. I'm still trying to figure out the rules to this game, but I know my last breath will whisper your name. I know I've let you down a time or two along the way.
Kenny's over here.
Hey, I think we're back.
Oh, I'm a retard. I don't even know where to point.
We don't say that. We say
I'm
specially,
special.
differently
I'm
able.
specially stupid.
Hockey helmet special.
Anyways, I hope you guys dig that.
So I saw a name on the CD, or I guess that will be your CD title there. It's called Deeply Lonesome.
Deep lonesome.
Deep Lonesome, right.
Yeah.
So where'd that come from?
I just think it's there's a song on the album called Deep Lonesome, but I actually decided I wanted to call the album that before I wrote the song because I figured I needed one. I just think it conveys sort of a feeling. It's a
Absolutely.
phrase-
No,
phrase
it's a
that-
powerful expression.
lonely is lonely, but lonesome's a different thing, and
Yeah.
deep lonesome's a more different thing.
Yeah, absolutely connects better to music, that term lonesome.
For sure.
So you've been playing music a long time?
Yeah. I got my first guitar when I was like 13. I saved up my hay money and went and bought some pointy red electric guitar. I don't remember what kind it was, and I didn't know anything about how to play it. Then when I was 15, I stole an acoustic guitar from my older brother. I did pay him for it about 20 years later, but And that's when I sort
By
of
older
started
brother,
taking-
you don't mean Mike.
I don't mean Mike's my little brother. He's just way bigger than me.
You said your big little brother. Your little big brother. One of the two.
That guitar you stole from your older brother though was nice. It was an Epiphone, right?
Epiphone,
It
yeah.
was a nice
Nice.
guitar.
It was.
I remember it.
And how about you,
And then I
Mike?
started playing bass when I was in high school and played bass in bands till I was in my early 20s. Sort of put it away for a while and then got back into it 10 years ago or so.
Absolutely excellent.
I was 15 when I first started playing guitar. I was a drummer, if that's what you want to call it. That's what I did in school. Was I played drums, and then thought guitar would be easier. Yeah, it's not. No, it's not easier at all.
differenter.
It's differenter, yeah. But then I just kind of not that I'm not like a guitar player. I'm just like a dude that can play guitar, and I enjoy it. It's really really fun. But
What about
15,
you, Brian? You
Yeah.
play too.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually put the cart ahead of the horse. So I got an electric guitar for Christmas back when I was probably around 13, 14 years old. And I was a little bit fortunate. I didn't know how to play, but back then, going into high school, they actually offered a classic guitar course. And I'm like, if I own the thing, I better learn how to play it. So I started with a classic guitar through high school. And I played. Actually, I had a really cool instructor. Connected good there, and then I just obviously took off on my own. Started with some like simple stuff, catchy stuff, just enough to keep me picking it up and playing.
You remember what the first song you learned?
The first song I learned, honestly, I learned from Tabs, and it would have been something catchy, either from Nirvana, and probably one of the funnest songs I learned first was the King of the Hill theme song. That is absolutely
Oh,
my.
that's
I
a
remember
classic.
the first song
Favorite.
I learned start to finish was Chris Christopherson's Me and Bobby McGee. And I just had this guitar and I saw a songbook with that in it. And I've been a Chris Christopherson fan my whole life. I was like, that's the song I'm going to, and that's what launched me.
Well, you feel it sometimes, yeah. How about you, Mike?
The first kind of it's not really a song that I learned first. It was a riff. It was like a 12 bars blues riff. Led Zeppelin used it in a song. I don't remember the name of the song. Coming on Home or something like that, or Bring It Home.
Bring it on home.
Bring It On Home. Yeah, just a 12 bars blues riff. But the first song I learned was Ugly Kid Joe. I Hate Everything About You, because I learned the D. It kind of rolls into a G, I think. But I'd have to play it, but. The guy that taught it to me, Steve knows him. That's what I said. I want to learn 3 chords and a tune that I can play it and enjoy playing it, and that tune was it, and it was fun.
Yeah, I follow some groups and stuff like that, and you get a lot of people asking, like, how do you commit to practicing just to get started? And that's the advice that I give. And again, I'm no expert by any means, but like having your guitar accessible is the first best thing.
Yeah.
So in my
And
living
in
room,
tune.
in
And
tune,
in
yeah.
tune.
That's the big thing. You buy a guitar, spend $5 or $10, whatever they cost, and buy a tuner. If
Actually,
your guitar's not in tune, you
They
won't
have
play it.
apps now that cost nothing.
The apps that cost nothing, but
Exactly.
keep your guitar in tune.
Yeah. So
That
I
is
keep
the biggest thing I tell
2
kids, like,
acoustic
go buy
guitars
guitars.
right in my living room, and anytime I feel the movement, I just pick it up and I just having a blast, just being an idiot and playing guitar and stuff. And I've gotten a lot more liberal with it. I used to be a lot more self-conscious, and again, playing with people like you guys and other people, even just over the last Thanksgiving weekend, it's just
Well,
I've-
that's
I
what
know.
music's all about.
Yeah.
A couple of guys pick up some guitars and you have some laughs and you make some music and you have some fun.
Yeah. Well, the only time I used to really open up, and this is a truth, is at Mike's place. So I'd come back to Mike's place and I would get into the beers. This is Mike's and I's relationship since we've been cousins and family and close, and I was old enough to drink, which started pretty young because I'm cousins with Mike. So I'd come to Mike's place and I'd
Like
bring
the
my
day
guitar.
after he turned 19 is what he means by pretty
Yeah,
young.
that's what I said.
Exactly.
That's what I said. Yeah.
The 5 and the 9 are really close.
No, I'm not saying I got the beer from you. I'm just saying that it's
I just let him drink it at my place.
yeah. And share. But it's been great.
I got big shoulders.
And we're all kind of brushing over the root of the matter. Everybody first picks up a guitar to impress the girls.
Absolutely. I actually started in music on a piano, and this is not a lot of people know this. It's because my sister had a piano, and she started lessons and kind of gave up on it. But I can remember being like alone in a room and having this fantastic keyboard. I think it was a Casio,
Oh yeah.
and I just started playing it and stuff, and it just started to tune my ear to music. I
Yeah.
was not good for shit on a piano, but I've learned to play by ear enough that I could
to pick stuff out.
Exactly.
Well, really, our first music with anything would have been Grandma Simpson's piano too.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
and Grandma never minded us as long as we didn't beat on it. Like
Mhm.
you could go make it sing, you know. And that's kind of all I really did. I'd go up the notes and back down the notes. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing, but you didn't beat on it, but you just kind of made it sing. And that would have been I'm sure both of our really first taste of any kind of a music instrument would have been that piano.
For sure.
Absolutely. Now, instrument wise, though, like I said, I started on
But-
piano, transitioned to guitar, but Mike, you play a different instrument in the band.
I played bass.
Yeah. So why did you choose the bass?
I didn't. He chose it for me.
Okay.
We were putting together this band, and I consider myself a natural bass player. I played bass for years. And we were putting together this band and kept trying out guitar players, and there never was the right fit. So I was playing guitar so that the rest of us could practice while we're looking for a bass player or a guitar player. And one day I decided maybe it'd be easier for us to find a bass player, and I'll just stay playing guitar. And I got a hold of my brother and said, "You ever thought about playing bass?" And he said, "Yeah, I've thought about it." And I said, "Good, you're hired."
Come on over, bring your beers.
I'm hired. It doesn't pay that well. Just saying.
Do you get an excuse to drink and have a good time? It
Well,
pays very well.
I definitely make money doing it, but it's just it's more fun than it is anything else.
Yeah. Do you guys ever try any other instruments, just as
I have tried to help sound check drums, and I can't even do that. Like, I am so
Bum,
inconsistent
bum,
with hitting
bum.
that stuff. I played guitar and bass. I tinkered around on keyboards that I'm horrible at. I'm not. I don't have the music gift that some people can just pick anything up and play it like they were born with it in their hands. I've got determination and hard work and stubbornness is what's got me as far as I've gotten with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I know I played trombone or something in public school, and it was
Actually,
like
I played the
most-
same. I played the trombone too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like the most dramatic 2
Yeah.
hours a week of my life for 2 years.
I
Like,
did
it
a
was-
horn. Remember that marching band? They
Yeah.
started me with that trumpet it was a trumpet with only 2 valves or whatever you call it. And I couldn't the only thing I could sound like was like a dead frog. I could never do it. It's just something with my lips. I think maybe now that I can hear sound better, maybe I'd be better at it, but I don't think I want to. It's just such an
I
annoying
tried to learn
instrument.
violin, and this was a cool story because
That'd be
there
fun.
are some incredible musicians that have brought violin music into modern rock, and there's a really fantastic guy that does a song. I think it's like Canon in D is the name of the song, which is a very popular classical music song and stuff. So I went and I bought this electric violin, and I was poking away at it, and then I got busy with school and some other stuff, and it kind of sat in a closet, and I had actually started to learn it. And it's similar to a bass because it's based on the same 4 notes as the bass. Like the strings are all
They're upside down. It's like
Yeah,
an
something like
upside down
that, yeah.
bass.
And so I wound up giving it away because I never committed to it and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it was interesting and fun to play. And it was electric violin, so you could literally plug in headphones to it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So you could like walk around and just kind of play
Yeah.
by yourself and stuff. And it took
We're actually blessed that we got a guy who plays in the High River Ramblers who is a monster fiddle player and a monster mandolin player.
You
And
can rip the guitar box too.
he's good at everything. He's probably a fantastic. I've heard him play keyboards a little bit, and I would say he's probably a better keyboard player than I am a guitar player. And it's like his 8th instrument on his list or whatever.
I've met him. I actually
Yeah.
knew him in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And
Cool.
yeah, and at one point he worked locally at Max Milk, and I
Yeah.
knew him when he worked there and stuff. And
He's my musical guru these days. But we're blessed to have him because there's something about a well played fiddle that just sounds fantastic.
it's a great add into modern music
Yeah.
bands because it's not common.
And we do stuff to him that's not fair. Like we'll start playing a Rolling Stones tune and make him put a fiddle break in a Rolling Stones tune or whatever, you know.
Turn it
I
into
feel bad for it, but he does it so well, and it's like I kind of want to catch him off guard because that's when he just shines. When he's like, what the hell do you mean you want me to play fiddle in this?
He always looks at us like we're fucking dicks. So.
You know.
So is he
What the
in the
fuck you
band
into?
that you're talking about here tonight?
Yep.
Yeah.
If we'd have let that song roll longer, there's a fiddle break
We'll play
later
it.
on.
We'll
We'll
play
play
it
it
at
at
the
the
end.
end for you.
We'll play it at the end.
And where does the name of the band come from? And what is it again? Just
It's
so
the
everybody
High
knows.
River Ramblers, and High River is a type of rye that's made somewhere in the Ottawa Valley. And we sort of got the name from that because the drummer and I are both pretty big fans of trying different types of whiskeys and stuff. And the fact that it was high, there's a few people that in the band that enjoy the other kind of high, so it was like the perfect name, High River, and we just went with Ramblers because
We're rambling
we're
on.
rambling
I'm
on.
having a good time with the music. That's fantastic.
You should come out and jam with us sometime, Ryan.
Oh, for sure.
I'd love to. I've been getting more and more into music. I've been practicing more and more, and just having a good time with it. Actually, more than ever this year. I took singing lessons up in Ottawa for a while. It was a challenging thing because I'm not a naturally talented singer at all. I like to think I am. I know I'm not. But when you're playing guitar,
90% of it's up here.
it is absolutely. And I was taught like there's an openness where you like can actually open up your voice, and it changes the whole dynamic of singing for you. And I think it's helped me a lot. And so I've had a lot more fun with it ever since I started taking lessons. And like I said, I connected with my singing coach, whatever you want to call her, and she was really good.
Right on.
And then I moved back here, and now I'm just on my own. So I'm just playing.
YouTube, bro. Get singing lessons on YouTube.
You can get out. You can learn to be a brain surgeon on
Brain
YouTube,
surgeon
I
right on
think.
YouTube.
I like it when I party. I like it when I play around people and have some drinks and stuff like that. I've had some pretty good party stories over the year, but they don't all have to do with music and stuff. And I don't know if you guys have any favorite party stories.
Well, I have all kinds of party stories.
You got a favorite?
Okay, because I'm drinking Moosehead. I like the go places. Like I travel a little bit, but one of the best nights I ever had was a Tuesday night in Halifax. And Halifax is supposed to have a good live music scene, so we go out for dinner, and there's some two-piece duet doing a dinner time show. And it's a Tuesday night, and I was like, oh, cool, we caught some live music. Well, I had a couple of pints and something to eat, and I said to the waitress, I know it's a Tuesday, but is there any place around that might have a live band tonight? And she said, well, just down the street, there's a bar that has an open mic, and they usually get some pretty good musicians. And we wandered down there, and I had the most fun in my life. We knew nobody by the end of the night. We were friends with everybody that had been in the bar or walked by the bar, and it was just absolute blast. There's something about the down east attitude that is just, I don't know. It's one of my favorite party nights ever.
Well, people down there fucking rock.
Yeah.
So nice.
It's like
I hear a lot of people say they're a lot more friendly down east and
bro.
welcoming, and I think that
No
has a lot to
idea.
do with it.
If you knocked on somebody's door down there, if you had a fucking broke down in your car and you knocked on somebody's door, they'd fucking invite you in, feed you, and put you to fucking get a bed for you. 100%. A complete stranger, I guarantee, would do that for you. I think they might around here, depending on where you are.
Depending where, yeah.
Don't
Actually,
come
I'm
to
just
my
like
house.
looking at my watch. You guys want to move along?
Oh, we're getting long.
And what about you, Mike? Favorite party?
Party. I like family parties. Any family party is my favorite party as long as there's people around that I love and we're having fun. Streaking. It's kind of funny that we always streaked at family parties. Which
I've got.
I'll tell you a story from 20 or so
Yikes.
years, 30 years ago. I was playing in a band, and we played a show. We did a show with another band at the Hall and Enterprise,
I
which is
remember that.
where Mike lives. And Mike was into the pints a little bit. He got up and sang a song with us.
I did.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did. A Jimi Hendrix song that wasn't a Jimi Hendrix song.
No, it was like Wild Thing or something. Yeah.
Ryan's doing something.
And
What are you doing, Ryan?
Mike is hammered, and they're trying to shut the hall down. So they're telling us we got to wrap it up. And Mike jumps up on the stage. He says, "They're kicking us out of here, but don't worry, we're all coming back to my place for a party." Right on. So we pack up our gear, and 40 minutes later or whatever, I show up at Mike's place, and there's a bunch of people sitting around in the backyard, and I was like, "Where's Mike?" And everybody's like, "I don't know." I go in. he'd gone home and gone to bed.
I was-
We had a good party with that.
I was
There's been a
sleeping.
lot of good stories that end with Mike going home early and going to bed.
I don't mess around. I go to bed. Eh? Fuck this shit.
Actually, it's probably a smart thing. I wish there's a few parties I went to. I wish I had gone the hell home to bed before it got to.
My thing is, whenever something is not a bad idea, or no, yeah, something that's not a good idea, you think it's a good idea, it's time to go to bed.
That's why.
Nothing good happens
I
after
can
2
jump.
a.m.
I can jump off that. No, you need to go to bed.
We went up. We did some whitewater rafting up in Cobden
fun.
and wilderness tours, and that was an absolute blast and a party right from the beginning. It's probably one of my favorite parties. And we showed up and right into the drinks right away. Mike was there and a lot of the extended family and stuff. It was a really good crew of people, and they had the whitewater rafting and they had the bungee jump tower. And I'm not a guy that was like, hey, I'm gonna sign up on a bungee jump. That's never been my thing. I'm always like, I actually did legit.
What possessed you to think this looks like fun?
Matter of opportunity. It was there in
Yeah,
front of me.
yeah.
That was, and I had a few drinks. So
Oh, okay, and I had a few drinks part.
Yeah,
Some way.
see,
But it's like skydiving. Why the hell would somebody? That plane's going to land in 15 minutes anyway.
But what a rush.
Like if your option is flying into a mountain or
See,
jumping out of the plane, I'm jumping out of the plane.
I
If
had
I'm on a
thought,
plane and it's landing in 15 minutes anyways, I'm going to stay in my seat.
I
Anyway,
thought that
sorry.
I would
Bungee
skydive. I thought I would skydive before I ever bungee jump because the whole bungee jump thing is like you're heading for the ground right off the bat. At least with the skydive, you've got a little bit of a time for smoking
I
a
don't get lot
coffee on
of
your way
time.
down.
I don't know how much time you got.
Yeah.
You see that guy from
I jump out of the
Petawawa that
plane,
got in
though.
all that trouble? Military guy video himself, taped himself drinking a beer, Skype coming out of a military plane. He cracks a beer part way down. Oh, he got
Hey,
a lot of trouble.
That's
with
our tax dollars paying for that shit. That's why.
But let
I'm
me
okay
ask
with
you,
that. I'd rather that than them spending on stupid shit.
if you could do that shit, you would do that shit.
One of the fishing trips, I've been on a couple of flying fishing trips, eh? So the first one I go on, I'm over here.
Oh, I forgot.
I'm like,
We're on
buddy,
camera.
I'm a buddy, the pilot. I'm like, can I drink a beer on the way in? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, sweet. He's like, you're not gonna puke, are you? I'm like, no, I'm okay. So it was cool. I didn't drink a beer, but I was worried about puking. But it was pretty cool. It was cool that he was okay with me drinking a pint flying in this friggin' cabin.
Yeah.
Kind of like fishing in PEI. First time we went fishing in PEI. The guy says, where's your beer by? And I'm like, I didn't know I was allowed to bring
Speaking
it.
of.
And he's like, oh, fuck yeah, but you bring beer, all the beers you want. And I'm like, yeah, I won't make that mistake again. I'll tell you that right now. They'll even, they give you a bucket with ice in it. You just shove your beers down it.
That's all right.
You just got to bring the beer. Those guys, the boys in PEI, if you ever go fishing in PEI, do set, I don't even remember the names, but go fishing.
Ladies
in
and
PEI.
gentlemen.
Go fishing in PEI. I had a similar thing where I went to see the Grateful Dead with a couple of buddies of mine.
Oh, he's a Grateful Dead.
Back when I was 20, no, I wasn't even 20. I was 19, I think. And it was one of those bus packages where the bus picks you up and takes you to see the show and the whole deal. And we're waiting. Me and my two buddies were waiting to get on the bus, and we see guys with cases of beer and all this stuff getting on the bus, and we're like, okay, we're way underprepared for this. Like we didn't know this is a thing.
What?
And the bus driver gets out and he says, okay, at every seat there's a plastic grocery bag. He says, they got ear flaps. Nobody throws up on my bus. I was like, okay, that's cool. And he says, if you're smoking anything stronger than a Marlboro, you sit in the back seats because I've got to drive this down the 401. I was like, okay, this is cool. But we got nothing to drink. Like, it's just, we pull into Belleville on our way to the big city. And he says, to pick up some more people. And he says, 10-minute stop in Belleville. And we're like, the three of us get off the bus and just run through the Belleville Mall, find something to drink. And, you
Find
know,
a wine store.
we did. We ended up, we got like 8 magnums of wine that we
Oh,
drank.
no.
Oh, man, what a mess.
Yeah.
And my then we stopped in another time, and we went to get food. And one of my buddies didn't smoke. Me and the other guy did. So we had to smoke first and come in and get in line at Burger King or whatever and order our Whopper combos. And our buddy been there first, and he just went and got like 25 cheeseburgers. And he's like, what did you guys get food for? So we like gorged on cheeseburgers and like 8 magnums of wine, and it was the biggest mess in the world by the end of the night. But it was fun.
Reminds me of your first wedding.
That was a mess
Should I say
by the end of
that?
the night.
I want to hear all about it. Don't hold back.
Oh, just wine. It was wine galore. Magnum's wine everywhere.
Go on.
White wine. It's not good. It's not. Robin knows about white wine at your sister's wedding. What happens? Bones get broken. White wine in weddings are
It
not
was
here.
only 3 bottles.
I had a buddy who got married, and he was not a drinker. And I went to the bachelor party, and I was severely disappointed because this bachelor party had nothing to do with drinking. And it was an escape room, and it was this kind of stuff. And I tried to be the guy that was like, no, y'all need to hit this bottle. You got to. This is your bachelor party. You got to go. Wow, there's literally a strip club a block and a half away from when we're having dinner tonight.
Let's go.
And I just really tried to fire him up about it, and I was getting shut down so hard. And then like it came to his actual wedding, and I was there and had a date and stuff like that. And I tried to be that guy. I was like, I'm gonna have a wild time. I'm gonna drink double bottles of. They passed out like it was like champagne and stuff, and I just didn't fit in. It's like
Who's this guy?
My second wedding, for my bachelor party, we went to a pool hall. Like it was pretty low key or whatever, but they had the lights on above the pool tables that you turn on when you wanted a drink.
Yep.
So we turned the light on, and the waitress would come and turn the light off and take the order, and Mike would turn the light back on before she'd leave. And she'd turn it off, and he'd turn it back on, and she's like, no, you turn that on when you want to drink. And he's
I
like,
wanna drink.
yeah, just leave that light on all night.
By the time you get back to the bar, mix my drink and come back. I'm gonna fucking need one, so leave the light on.
Is that tailgaters?
No, racks.
Racks on Kingston.
Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know. That's why I just said a pool hall. Cause I
way
don't
to
know
go,
what
Ryan.
We're not promoting them. I hate their commercial, Racks Bar and Grill bullshit.
Oh, I fucking
I
hate that.
hate their commercial. I almost won't go back
Racks
because
Bar and Grill.
No, the worst commercial ever put on TV is that 877 Cars for Kids with the kid playing the pink pointy guitar and the kid playing the fiddle. That is the worst goddamn commercial that's ever been done. 8 Cars for Kids, that's the worst damn commercial that's ever been did. There we go. I've made it rhyme like the song.
There you go. Now they know. Fix it, you sons of bitches. It's fucking stupid. There's a lot of stupid commercials, though. A lot of stupid commercials. But anyway.
it reminds me of
The
my
one for the generator, Power Act generator, used to say, it's expressly engineered and designed to generate power. Let's call it a generator. I'm pretty sure we figured that out before you said that.
That's amazing.
I was so impressed with my grandmother. She learned how to beat the commercial system.
Yeah, mute.
She would mute that
Oh,
shit.
she hated
I
them,
do
eh?
that all the time.
Fucking hated them.
In the car when I'm listening to the radio with my kid. She's like, why do you mute it? I'm like, because I'm not listening to car sales ads on the radio. And I just like mute.
Sometimes up there, though, it would bug me. I'm like, Grandma, I want to see this commercial. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
like, no, it's mute, motherfucker. Why do they play these commercials? Because in Holland, you do like 3 or 4 hours of TV, and they'll do like 20 minutes of commercials. And then you do 3 or 4 more hours of TV, straight TV.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. But you got to realize it wasn't $19.99 a month to get TV. It's that commercials that pay for it. And if you get 20 minutes of straight commercials, guess where everybody is? They're having a shower or making dinner.
In the
You
day.
know, like
Taking a pee.
But
But the
if
issue,
you're not paying for it, you're the product.
the issue in Canada though is it took them a really long to regulate commercial volume. And
Yes.
it only just happened, I think, was like 5 years ago, where they actually decided to tell
Put something
people
in the
creating commercials that it can only be so loud.
Yeah.
And when you're an older person and stuff like that,
And all of a sudden the commercial comes on
and it's
screaming
blah
at you.
blah blah, yeah, it's
I
absolutely
get
loud,
that, yeah, I
and obnoxious.
100% get that, but
But only in Canada do they wait until they absolutely get their arm twisted into a knot before they fix things. And I can say that about. Anyway, that's a whole other issue and stuff like that. But it's funny.
Hey, who's your favorite fucking... Oh, I hope you guys heard that.
Who's your favorite fucking?
Who's your favorite your favorite TV cartoon dad? This is kind of off topic, but
This
I
is a
love
total random switch of gears here. See, I'm a little bit of a weirdo because when I've got background noise on at my place and I don't want to have to think about what I'm watching, I will throw on some bullshit cartoon show like Futurama or I don't know, some bullshit that's like just noise,
Yeah.
right? But I do watch, like I said, Futurama for noise. I watch The Simpsons for noise, and Family Guy. I used to do that when it was on.
I never got
Netflix.
into the Family Guy. I could never do the Family Guy. I don't know why. It was just too
It's a
weird.
layered comedy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And some of the stuff, it's shock and awe. Like that's
Yeah.
what gets you. It's the shock and awe.
Yeah.
But for a favorite father on a cartoon, that's an interesting question.
That's a tough one.
I
don't
always
know.
lean between Homer and Hank Hill.
Yeah, Hank Hill's a good choice. I'll give Hank Hill.
Hank Hill's a pretty good dude.
I like F is for family.
Oh,
F is- I've
yeah,
never
he's
seen
great
that.
father. He fucking yells at no. F is for family. That that's Bill Burr. That he's a bad dad. I don't give a fuck. No, he's probably a good dad. Maybe I don't know, but he's definitely opinionated and he doesn't give a fuck.
I've never even watched the show.
Cartoon
It's
dad.
on Netflix.
I'm going way off the map. Barney Rubble.
Bernie Rubble.
Wilma. Oh, Barney.
Oh, no.
He's the other one. He's the other one.
The other one. What was his wife's name? I don't remember.
Betty.
Betty.
And
Yeah.
Betty.
Bam Bam was the kid.
Bam Bam was a kid.
Nope.
Bam Bam
Bam
Bam.
Bam.
Are
He
we
shoot
talking
you,
about,
man.
like,
He
Fuck
did
you up.
all right for having a kid with anger
Cartoons
issues.
on TV, or are we talking like cartoon
I'm not
comics
even
too?
sure he
There's
was
the question.
angry. You're just strong.
Maybe.
Pebbles was the other one.
Pebbles was Fred and
Fred
Wilma's
Wilma's.
kid.
What
I'm
about
not
the
sure Fred
Jetsons?
was a good dad. He was kind of a dick, eh?
Yeah.
Like, he was old school. Make me dinner, Wilma, for fuck's sake.
Jesus.
You want a Brontosaurus
Ribs.
burger? Fuck yeah, I want a Brontosaurus burger. Oh, she says that's where I get it. I'm not Fred Flintstone.
Pretty damn
Yeah.
close. You're not dragging me by the hair of my head, but
You know, I don't.
Yeah.
It's better than dragging you by the
It's
foot.
still early.
You're not supposed to drag girls by the foot. You know why? Oh, you know why.
Oh,
That's why we drag you by the hair. Settle down.
Settle down.
So we're gonna-
That's not on the list.
No, that wasn't on the prep list at
No
all.
pressure. Are we gonna end this episode with a shot of bourbon?
You got some?
I got a lot.
Oh, fuck. I'll snap a
Oh,
snap.
there's
baby.
nothing.
They're
beats
talking
good
about
bourbon.
cartoons. Watch this.
Do it.
After these messages, I'll be right back.
Oh, watch your
Whoa.
microphone, bro.
Uh-oh, he left us in charge of it. We're
Oh,
running the whole
shit.
show. Oh,
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That Ryan guy's odd, eh?
Yeah.
What kind of bourbon is it? Better be good. Oh,
Well,
fuck
turkey's
me.
not bad.
Alberta Bland. Oh, sorry, Justin. Not Bland. Brand. I said to Justin when he was here, there's two kinds of music in Alberta. Country and Western.
I got a decanter and everything.
Oh, look at you go.
Oh, boy, it's like the days of our lives.
This is fancy drinking at Ryan's house.
Yeah.
Ever since I started watching Ray Donovan,
my
I
children.
feel like I
You're
need
like
to
a
step-
judge. That's how judges drink their booze.
So
eh?
all the fancy people in the world drink their
That's fucking vodka,
That's
man.
vodka, man.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah. I want to drink water. No. Come on. No. That's fucking vodka. Man. Well, if I was a judge, I'd be shit faced too.
Dave's
Fuck
not
you
here,
assholes.
man.
You're guilty. You're innocent because I don't know, whatever. I seen a thing on Facebook today. It was a guy goes into like one of the TV courts, eh? And it was something to do with a domestic with the wife, eh? And the judge says about her plaintiff.
I'm not a
He's been
straight
married. How
whiskey
long you been
drinker.
married? He's like 20 some years, hey? And the guy that was there to get in shit, he goes, yeah, but he doesn't look happy. Hey, and he says, you don't look happy, bro. The guy's going, no. And the plaintiff starts laughing. And then it shows he kills
Cheers.
the plaintiff later after that kills his wife.
Oh,
It was a deputy, but he was a plaintiff as well. The one that was, you don't look happy.
Oh, I got it. Hold on. I forgot. I got to do like business stuff. So, 18th of November,
Yes.
the High River Ramblers, minus Mike because he's busy, but we have another bass player filling in. He's a good guy. We're going to be down at the RCHA Club in Ontario Street in Kingston, 8 till midnight or something like that.
Kingston,
Come on out.
Ontario.
We'll have some drinks and have some fun.
Do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, fella. Let's get around here. I hit the microphone.
That's all right. I lost my glasses.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
boy.
Oh boy.
Must be a good shot when you lose your glasses.
We'll end it there.
That was good.
Everybody have a beautiful night.
Mm.
Thank you for joining the Backyard Buzz. Check out the band.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play that
Oh,
song
we're
out on
gonna
the
play
way
that
out.
too.
So stick around for 4 minutes and check this out.
You'll love it.
I'm proud of it. I like it.
Everybody
He
have
likes it.
a
Peace out,
beautiful
homies.
I
night.
think he likes it too.
I do. Peace.
Have a good night.
If the cigarettes don't get me, I'm sure the whiskey will. I made my name on bad decisions, running round in time to kill. And I won't say I'm lonesome, but there's lots of folks who will. I've been running half my life, and I'm running still. I'm still trying to figure out